What is good, everyone? In today's video, I'm going to be breaking down the exact Reddit ad formula that gets a $8.45 CPL for any info business, and I'll be exposing everything. Now, obviously, I'm not going to make any claims here, but if you use this exact formula, you will have a higher chance of getting a below $10 CPL. And how can I make these claims? Well, obviously, look at here. I ad that we spent $200 on had about a $6 CPL. Another one, $138, $7 cost per lead, and obviously here's another one. We ran a webinar for one of my clients, and obviously we spent about 8 to 9K, and we had about average of $8.45 cost per lead. Another one I spent about $600, and we had about $4.60 cost per lead. So I'm not saying this out of my ass. I'm saying this by data. Now, it'll be very simple. 3 tools, takes 5 minutes, get results today. So let's get straight into it. Now, why should you even listen to me besides showing all this other stuff? This is not good enough for you, right? Well, I have scripted ads for some of the biggest and most popular infogurus out there using the same process I'm going to teach you right now. I scripted ads for Ian Mongaji, WAP, BSM Fredo, Jordan Bound, Brett Scales, and other people, right? Obviously, here's me talking. Here's Brett. Obviously, you know Brett. He is like kind of like the head of WAP, kind of like the mascot per se, or maybe I don't know. We have Jordan Bound here. We have me talking to Pierre, and yeah. So I hope that's proof enough for you. Now, in today's video, you're gonna learn how to get customers to write your highest converting ads for you. And I promise you, if you do this once, like if you do everything I tell you to do in this video, you will never stare at a blank Google Doc page ever again. Second, the dead simple 3-tool 5-minute system that lets anyone ship an $8 CPL ad faster than they can think, plus the copy and paste AI prompts that does 80% of the work for you. And lastly, why no matter if you create the best ads in the world, if you do not do this one thing, nothing else will matter. Because guys, there's another secret that goes into creating high converting ads that have a very low CPL, and it doesn't really have to do anything with the actual ad itself, but what comes after. But yeah, also you get access to high converting ads that I wrote for my clients. 2 are video ads, 2 are static, so obviously you get 2 of each, so good for you. Now, what I'm about to say will piss you off really hard. While you're struggling to get high converting ads at low CPL, because obviously you're watching this video because either you're interested in how I'm doing this or you're just, suck at creating high converting ads at low CPL. I spend 30 minutes max creating ads and they print almost every time. Not because I'm smarter than you, know some secret tools or study marketing for it. Even though I am a marketer, even though I am a copywriter, that's nothing to really do with it in a sense. I'll show you why in a second. Now, the best ads I ever wrote, I didn't write them. To be honest, I literally did not write them. A stranger on Reddit did. Because you see, there are 2 types of marketers in the info world, and e-com world, and any type of marketing world in general. Type 1, they rely on tactics. They use as much direct response principles as they can, and they can jam-pack anything into the ads, and they use fancy framework and strategies. And the reason why I say this, not to, if you are this person, I'm not saying this to, hit on you or bash on you, because I used to be this guy. I used to be this guy who used to do all this other stuff. And I can tell you this 100% does not work, because I did all this stuff for ads, and trust me, the ads that flopped the most was me doing all this stuff, right? But the ads that, that had a low CPL, that high converting, was when I started switching to type 2 marketers. And type 2 marketers are someone who is relying on data, putting as many customer voices within their ads, and using what the audience say. Now, what do I mean by that, right? Well, I'm going to show you in a second. Now, the real lever when it comes to actually making good ads is say what the audience is already saying to themselves. That is literally what the number 1 rule of marketing really is to enter the conversation inside your audience, within your audience heads, and literally just beat the shit out of them, right? The entire point of an ad is to enter the conversation that's happening within your audience's heads. Like I mentioned before, this is the oldest copy principle you're sourcing from, and you're sourcing from Reddit instead of guessing, because a lot of marketers, surprisingly, they guess a lot. And here is the Reddit ad formula. It is target, steal, and ship. Now, what does that even mean? Well, one, target. Go where they vent. Read the posts and comments of where these people vent, right? Now, for example, if you're an ecom brand and you wanted to go and you're targeting and like you have a GLP-1, product, where would you really go in order to see like where fat people are most suffering, right? Well, it's probably Reddit and fat forums, or maybe it's the Taco Bell down the street. They have a lot of fat people who vent. I'm kidding about that. But anyways, yeah, it's the same for info products. You're selling a high ticket mentorship on how to get laid by sexy hot women, and you need bitch ass like Sigma bros to actually like find out where the hell these people are. Then go on Reddit and look up how to get laid by women. There'll be hundreds of men just yapping. Oh, my dick is small. Oh, I'm not confident. I don't got abs. I'm not a 10 out of 10 blonde. I'm not 6'10". Like all these little incels yapping, right? Second, steal. Highlight the money phrase. The money phrase is the one line that stops your heart, and that's the exact words you want put in your ads. For example, like I mentioned before, if we're talking to people who want to get laid, right? A big issue a lot of men suffer is that they're very insecure about their penis. You can use that, and if you read a line like that, someone types that out to you, like, holy shit, that stopped my heart from racing. Like, that stopped my heart. Like, okay, I need to use that line. Like, you could just tell which line is going to like draw you in the most, and which is going to draw your audience the most, right? And after you have that specific phrase or line, you let AI assemble or run it. So you have it build the ad within the highlighted phrase and baked in word for word. So for example, I give AI the like actual Reddit prompt, and I give it the specific word I wanted to use or / copy and create an ad about that, right? For example, right? I'm gonna do like off the top of my head right now. It'll be like, listen, if you're a man who's trying to get laid by women and you're in your 30s, I'll be honest with you, your penis has had nothing to do with it, because we have hundreds of men who have below a 4-inch size, and they're still getting laid by women left and right. Women on Tinder and Bumble are swiping them, and these men are going through these women so fast that they literally had to delete the Bumble and Tinder app because they're getting laid too much. Something like that, right? See how easy that was to actually like speak out? It's not because I'm a good marketer, because I am, but because I knew what to say, because I already had that like specific word I wanted to target. And now that's gonna ruin the men who is my actual ideal customer. But now, obviously, this requires 4 tools if you are using, video ads. But I'll explain why it's actually only 3 tools, because we'll be talking about static ads in just a second. But also, here is a ad that I wrote that I used this exact formula on. I went to Reddit, I found out like what the person was saying, and basically, boom, I put it into a video ad. And basically, I went on Reddit, I shipped it to Claude. I Claude write everything out, and then I gave Higgsfield, which is Higgsfield's prompt video prompter, and kind of like a AI database where you can generate videos, ads, images, all this other stuff. And out of that, I summed the clips into CapCut. I put the captions in. I put music in. I cut the clips. Everything's good. And obviously, I'll play the video right now actually for you after I'm done showing the results for this. It's been about $600, and we had about $4.60 cost per release. So obviously this works. And obviously, if you are going to do video ads with this, you do need 4 tools. But obviously, I'm going to show you how to only use 3 tools in a second, why it's the best way to use it. And yeah, I'm going to play the video ad for you right now so you actually see the actual ad itself.
You make money from sports and you're not betting.
Yeah, I made about $3,500 last month.
Wait, so what exactly do you guys do? It's called stat mining. You just post about sports on social media and people pay you $20 to $50 a month to hear your thoughts on games. But do you have to show your face?
Nah, dude, I don't show my face or even have a large following.
Yeah, just started 2 months ago, already at $1,800 a month, and I only work 2 to 3 hours a day. What has changed for you when you started stat mining?
Honestly, I was just tired of being another sports fan, and now I don't feel guilty for watching sports. And it feels good controlling my income.
Who should start stat mining right now?
Anyone obsessed with sports, like you, already has the knowledge. You just got to use the stat mining system to get you paid.
If you're in group chats arguing about games every weekend, you should be getting paid for that.
I wish I had started sooner, to be honest.
All right, hope you enjoyed that ad I gave you. Now here's another ad, right? This is a Trader Meme ad. Basically, we made it where the hook, which is an attention grabber, and then we actually pivoted to the actual ad itself. Obviously, the attention grabber actually worked a lot. They helped us get a lot of good hook rate. But the ad itself hold the attention because obviously I use the same Reddit formula. I went on Reddit, had the same process. Obviously, I didn't use Higgsfield for this because obviously we had the actual creator record this. So we didn't need to use Higgsfield. All we have to use is Reddit, Claude, and CapCut. And obviously, I'm going to put the video for you in a second, but obviously we spent about $268 and we had about a $6.39 cost per lead. So I'm going to put the video for you right now.
Yo, this video is only for traders who make profit one day to lose everything the next day. Hey, right here is Sean. He was down $6,000 into his trading career and then making $14K in just 2 months of trading. Right here is Kenneth. He made $141,000 in 1 day of trading. Right here is Lane. He was down about 4K into his trading career. Now today he's making consistently $20,000 per month trading for the stock market. Hey, my name is Ryan and I'm the coach behind all these results. And these traders right here, they're not smarter than you. They don't have the holy grail strategy and they don't grind all day. I just simply give them one simple, reliable strategy, and it's a methodology that's helping them become profitable. And for free later this week, I'm telling you exactly what that is from step-by-step basis. So right now the spots are limited, but this is not a new strategy, a new indicator, or a new crazy trading hack. No, it's a simple trading method that I'm gonna give you for free later this week. So if you want to go ahead and join, spots here are limited. Look below here on the screen, claim your tickets, and I'll see you later this week.
All right, you're back. Great. Now, these are two statics that I literally did the same method on. I went on Reddit, had Claude, and I used CapCut a little bit because obviously I didn't use CapCut for this. I used Reddit, Claude, and Higgsfield. For this, I used Reddit, Claude, and CapCut. It doesn't really matter why I used it. Obviously, like if you use your brain, you can understand why I use these to generate the image, to actually write the captions out. But obviously, I don't have the data for this one because I'm not within the ad account anymore. But these two were I think our highest converting and spending ads ever. They spent about like 1 to 2K and had like below $10 cost per lead. And this one had spent about under 1K and had like a $8 cost per lead. Obviously, take my word for it. I'll show you as much results as I possibly can because obviously I don't have the results for these ones because like I mentioned before, I'm not in the ad account. But you kind of get the point though, right? Like this type of formula works. Like, you know what I mean? Like this type of formula actually works. And also, like I mentioned before, I can't show the actual numbers for this because I'm not in the ad account no more. But I do have the webinar results we have for our clients. We generate them about 30K plus. Obviously, there's other payment processings and different, you know, fan bases and wallets like that. But yeah. Now, before I actually do this in front of your eyes to show you how like this actually works and how to actually do this step by step, why does this work? Like, why does my formula or the Reddit ad formula actually work? Well, it's pretty easy. One is using actual data. Like that's the biggest thing. Like that's like if you get rid of everything else, that is the biggest thing why this works because you're actually using actual data coming from the customer's voice. Second, it bypasses the marketing resistance. Be honest, if you ever saw an ad before, your mind subconsciously or consciously blocks that out in a sense. So like you're thinking, okay, I'm not gonna buy this, I'm not gonna listen to this at all, right? So therefore it makes marketing harder. But when someone says something that you 100% relate to, your marketing resistance goes truly down. That's why like ads, that's like ads, like, you know, if you're on TikTok a lot, you see a lot of companies blow up, right? Not because, oh, they have the best marketing per se, but because the person that's Gen Z or someone who's really like relatable is the face of their ads or the face of their videos or actually creates the videos itself, right? And those videos blow up because those videos resonates with the target demographic. So therefore it bypasses the marketing resistance within inside their heads. And the second they read their own thoughts within your ads, they think you're the answer to it. For example, like I mentioned before, you know, people who actually let me get away from the dick jokes. People who, you know, who are super fat, whatever, and they're trying to lose weight, but nothing can work for them. If you just speak to them and say, "Hey, I understand you. You tried this, and this, and this. It didn't work at all. Well, it was because of this, and this, but it was because of this. And I'm gonna show you the answer that's gonna solve all of this issue." You know what I mean? Like the people who are in that demographic, they're like, "Holy crap, this guy's know what he's saying to me. I gotta like listen to him." You know what I mean? Now, back to the main thing. Remember when I said it's only really 3 tools, not 4? Well, the reason why I say is because now, like a lot of people might disagree with this, but I always use static ads first. Why? Well, main reason because you kill your iteration speed. like video ads take a long time to make. Even though yes, they take under a day if you're using AI. If you're mechanically record everything, that takes a while. Trust me, I have clients who are very bad clients, and maybe if you have a good client, this might be changing a little bit. But I've had bad clients to where they take forever to record, and that delayed the entire shipping process. So obviously, video ads kill your iteration speed because like they take a very long time to work. I mean, they take a very long time to actually ship out. You know what I mean? Second, early on, the entire game is finding winning ads messaging. So why would you put so much time into testing in a sense? Like, why are you putting so much time into creating the best video ads when you didn't even know if this angle is actually worth testing or not, And yeah, you're just asking yourself, does this Reddit phrase, like Reddit, formula, or Reddit data actually work on cold traffic? You know what I mean? And the video slows down the actual feedback loop to the actual answer you're trying to get, right? And here's another thing, here's kind of the micro actions when it comes to getting the video ad. Like the video scripting is actually get the video actual ad script out, that how they actually create film it, and have you edit it, then revise, just in case anything happens, and that takes hours or even days to get one creative out. And obviously, slow testing equals slow winners. Because in marketing, it's all about speed. You see, there will always be people who have advantages, and there will always be people who don't have advantages. But the one thing that I truly believe is the one thing that evens the playing field is speed. Speed and momentum. How fast can you gain speed, and how fast can you keep running that speed for momentum, Another thing, a video has dozens of moving parts. That's the hook, the pacing, the B-roll, talking head, music editing, script, visuals, etc., right? So if it flops or it doesn't flop, you have no idea which variable is actually making a win, or you have no idea which variable is killing it. Versus static ads. The static ads you can ship out in minutes. You can ship out 30 ads that are static within an hour, right? And you can test out 10 static ads. Yeah, you can test out 10 static ads in the times it takes to make one video ad. And fast testing goes fast winners. And obviously, a static ad is basically headline, image, and copy. Far fewer variables, so when it loses or wins, you know why, right? Now, obviously, there's a caveat to this. I'm going to say this out now. Static ads tend to bring in lower quality leads, but when it comes to testing, you really just want to see which ad is really making them, getting the lowest CPL. So that means that ad is actually winning. So therefore, then you can switch it to a video ad with that exact same angle. So therefore, you can get higher quality leads. And the reason why static ads just bring in low quality leads is because obviously it takes 3 seconds to fucking read this shit. It takes this ad's it's about 90 seconds long. So obviously we're nurturing more leads, and we're saying who this ad is not for, etc. So obviously there's gonna be more high quality leads in. But yeah. Now I'm gonna do something that not a lot of people actually do in the info world. I'm going to show you this entire system live right now. I mean, I'm going to go on Reddit and create a actual ad in front of your eyes. So I hope you're ready for this because it's about to be juicy. Let's get it. Man, we are back. So I have a blank Google Doc here. And now I'm going to see who I want to target. Well, I want to target men who want to lose weight, and the gender is going to be male. Now I have Reddit questions here that I can just copy and paste within, Google, and it's going to give me, tons and tons of data. So for example, let's say we're going to do why is losing weight so hard / so frustrating? All right, so we go here, we'll do this. Why is losing weight so hard as a man? All right. So we see here that, boom, that's man over 30. I've struggled to lose weight, and I think this is a down several reasons. I often find it hard to go to the gym consistently. There's too many conflicting diets, and I find it hard to sustain. Lack of planning, which leads to me making bad decisions on the go. If you struggle to lose weight, what do you think this is? Honestly, then you can just read these kind of Reddit posts, guys, and you can just find out what the person is actually saying, and you kind of hear people are venting about their problems as well. Obviously, this one is kind of more asking for advice. But you kind of get the point though, right? Let's see. I'm going to actually save that one because I do like that guy's Reddit post as well. So let's actually find another one. Okay. I think this should be a guide. Sometimes, like, when it comes to gender, sometimes you don't have to use actual gender itself, because all, like, weight loss prompts are all, like, prompts are kind of, like, universal sometimes, you know? I started off strong, then it goes all downhill. I started counting calories, then I stopped. I get too hungry, then I eat too much. Why is losing weight so hard? I wish I never gained so much weight in the first place. I feel like I'm never going to lose the weight. I miss being my old self and feeling confident in my body. No one tells you how easy to gain weight and how hard it is to lose it. Boom. Right there. Right there. That is our ad right there. So, what is the highlighting phrase, right? Well, for me, the highlighting phrase is probably this one right here. I like that, right? Now, some of you guys might disagree with me. That's okay. I believe which phrase is the best suited for my ad itself. So, I'm going to choose that one. Now that we actually have the Reddit post, let's actually see if we use anything else. Yeah, let's actually copy and paste it as well. Okay, boom, right here. This will be another one. So, this will be our first, data point. The first data point meaning is that, like, you want to go, like, the ad itself should go based off this type of data, and if there is a gap within the ad itself, or if there is time to put in more information or more, like, marketing inside of it, use the second data point. So yeah, let's do that real quick. All right, cool. Now that we have the right questions, we're going to use our copy prompt. Now, guys, if you guys do want this copy prompt, let me know and I'll send it to you guys for free. But yeah, so obviously we're going to Claude real quick, and we're going to actually, make it write that itself. So let's get it. All right, guys. Now, before we actually get into actually like writing the copy itself and using the actual AI bot, I do want to say this: you are going to get the best results if you have if you have marketing files and you have files upon files of marketing material that you can train Claude on, and that's how you're gonna get the best results. So obviously, I have two files right now that's gonna be best for this. I have a general copywriting file results about resources, and I have ad resources. Now, do you need these to write high converting ads? Not really, because you're using actual data from the actual customer. But will this actually help you write better ads? 100%. Now, I'm going to use these two materials right here because it is going to give me the best results, because obviously Claude is going to read my computer files. That's where I have everything hosted on. Now, like I mentioned before, you don't need this. It's going to help you, yes, but you truly don't need this. And I'm going to show you why in just a second. So obviously I'm going to press enter. I'm going to give it some time. Also, use Fable 5 because that's the latest model. I'm testing this Fable 5 out as we speak right now while I'm creating this video. But I'm going to test out how good Fable 5 is as well. But obviously, guys, like I mentioned before, you don't need all this stuff. As long as you just do as I say when it comes to the Reddit ad formula, and you have a decent amount of like good prompting, and you use Claude, you will see results. So yeah. Oh, by the way, I literally have grocery shopping here, by the way. Anyways, let's get straight to it, right? So obviously I'm going to come here. I'm going to have copy paste and type prompt here. I'm gonna fill it out, right? So you present me the grid is marker, blah blah blah. Create me a okay. So right here, you guys want kind of a, let's say, create me a medium form direct response advertising video for our for targeting cannot lose weight and write it like a friend would. That drives the reader to book a call with our team. We have a system called the let's say 3-part weight loss system. This is gonna be very basic, guys. So we're not really gonna think too much about it. Now, we're gonna be targeting solution. Now, let's take a problem aware. Let's see. Actually, no. I think I just copied this. Let me just delete this real quick. there. Boom. Okay. Yeah. Now we're redoing this. Let's grab our actual thing. Boom. Let's do that. Actually, you know. Boom. And that should be it. Alright, now let's have Claude create our high converting ad, and obviously I'm going to cut to when it's actually outputted. You guys, we are back. So let's read the actual ad itself within Claude, because obviously right now it is not the best ad in the world, but that's where, you know, copy cheating is going to come into play. So let's actually look at this stuff, right? Hook 1, reality check. If you ever started diet strong and quit by week 3, stay with me for 2 minutes because nobody tells you why that keeps happening. Decent hook, not the best. Number 2, most guys don't fall for their diet. The diet fails them. You see why, and you can't see it. Counting calories Monday, starving by Thursday, face down and pizza by Friday night. Yeah, let me explain what's actually going on. Oh yeah, so these are pretty bad hooks, but you know, it's okay. Makes them using favorite 5, I don't know. I never said this before. But yeah, no, so let's go to the body. You know the pattern. You start strom, counting calories, feeling good. Then week 2 hits, you get too hungry and you eat too much, so you tell yourself you'll start over Monday. Okay, hold on, this is cooking. Never mind, like, okay, maybe the hook was just too ass, but the body's fantastic. And somewhere back in your mind that there's this quiet thought: why is losing weight so hard? Am I ever gonna lose this? Look, I'm gonna be straight with you, like a friend would. No one tells you how easy it is to gain weight. Oh, my bad. No one tells you how easy it is to gain weight and how hard it is to lose it. It takes years to put on, and every guy watching this was handed the same advice: eat less, hit the gym more, try whatever diet trending this month. Here's the thing though: if eating less and grinding harder is actually working long term, wouldn't it have worked already? Pause. You see, most guys get stuck in something we call the start over cycle, blah blah blah. But you guys can see, like, it's a very good ad right here. Obviously, it's cooking right now. Obviously, you need to copy Chieftain saying, okay, make the hook better, make the hook create desire, whatever, right? Now, obviously, I used I used a ad script, actual video ad script, but let's say we wanted to create a static ad, because that's what I said, right? Always create static ads first, right? So obviously, we'll just say great, amazing. Now I want you to turn this into a short static ad, right? So we're gonna come here real quick. We're gonna grab that. Great. So after we have it, we're gonna come here. We're gonna grab our data here. Big thing I want you to have in static ad headline is gonna be boom. That's the biggest thing. Okay. Make sure to make the ad very short, to the point, targeting promo where don't make the static too long. So guys, obviously now while that's cooking up, you get to see like how amazing the actual body was, right? Because we gave it like the actual Reddit like post, right? Obviously, like I mentioned before, you just have to, you know, tell it to create better hooks and etc., right? But let's continue reading this. Let's actually continue reading this, right? You see, most guys are stuck in something we call the start over cycle. Restrict hard, get too hungry, overeat, feel guilty, restart. Every lap around that cycle, the hunger rebounds harder and the confidence drops lower. That's why it keeps going downhill after a strong start. It was never a willpower problem. Jeez, I cannot speak English right now. It was never a willpower problem. It's a system problem. You can't fix a system with more discipline. That's exactly why we built a 3-part weight loss system for men. It's simple on purpose. Part 1, food. Set up your eating so that the rebound hunger never kicks in. No starving, no banned foods. That kills the too hungry and didn't eat too much. Spiral at that root. Ooh, this is cooking, y'all. Part 2, training. Short sessions built around a real work schedule, because finding time for the gym every day was never realistic, was it? Part 3, the plan. The decisions get made before the week starts, with our team checking in on you. No more figuring out on the go. That's where every diet used to fall apart. Also, you give it, testimonials and stuff. Now picture this. It's a few months from now, you're getting dressed and a shirt just fits. You catch the mirror, and instead of looking away, you look a second longer. The old version of you, the confidence you've been missing, he's there the whole time. So here's what I want you to do. Book a free call with our team. It costs you nothing but 30 minutes. You get on a phone call with a real person. We'll look at what you tried. We'll map the 3-part onto your actual life, your schedule, your food, your starting point, blah, blah, blah. Worst case, we're not fit. You walk away knowing exactly why the last 5 diets didn't stick. Best case, this is the last time you ever start over. Because 30 days from now, one of two things happen. You're 30 days older, or you're 30 days older and fine, moving in the right direction. So if you want to lose the weight for good without starving yourself and without living in the gym, then tap the button below and book your free call now. Spots on the counter go fast each week. Grab yours while it's in front of you. Guys, look how amazing that ad is. Yes, does it need some editing? 100%. But this gets you 90% of the way there. Like, holy shit, this ad is good. Another one. So obviously, let's see the static ad now, right? Let's see. So we have no one tells you how easy is. No one tells you how easy it is to gain weight and how hard it is to lose. Primary text: start strong, get too hungry, fat, eat too much, start every Monday. Sound familiar? That cycle was never about a willpower system. It's a system problem. Hour 3, weight loss fixes at the root. The food, the training, the point, no starving, no living in the gym. So you want to start losing weight for good while starting over again. Book your free call. Okay, so I wasn't very specific with this ad itself. So let's actually be a little bit more specific, because obviously, the prompting is literally the most important part. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna say, now I want you to turn this into a short static ad. Okay, no. I know the reason why. I told it to turn the actual video ad into a static ad. I don't want that, actually. I want it to be actually like a static ad based on itself, right? Great. Now it's time to create a static ad based on this info. Alright, cool. Now guys, while this is cooking up, a big thing you truly want to learn is that your ad will only be as good as, AI's output will only be as good as two things. One, what you give it, and second, what you prompt it with. A good ad will never come from, just like regular AI, come into AI, stuff like that in a sense. Of course, you have to, give it good marketing materials, of course. Like, even though, yes, is it a kind of like a deal breaker? No. But if you give it good marketing material, it's always going to output amazing ads, right? That's why if you guys want the marketing materials I use, just, DM me on Instagram, which is linked below. But yeah. So, okay. Great. Now, let's see what let's see what kind of ad, this cooked up. Headline. Yeah, that's headline. Answer too. It took years to put on, but losing it. Most men start strong, then it goes downhill, counting calories, then stopping, getting too hungry, then eating too much, starting over every Monday, not because they're lazy, but because eat less, train more was never built for a guy with a schedule and no time to live in the gym. There was a simpler way, a 3-part weight loss system made for men, food while rebound hunger, training that fits your week, a plan that makes a decision before you're hungry, feel like your old self again, learn more below. Okay. Great. This is great. It gives a shorter text. Great, because that's like one of my caveats is that this one is very too long for static, but this one is much shorter. Most men don't fail at losing weight. Their plans fail them. Too hungry, then eat too much. No time for the gym. If you diet every month, that never sticks. The 3-part weight loss system fixes all 3 while starving and while living in the gym. Lemon board. Okay, great. Now, obviously, this needs some tweaking, 100%. But obviously, I'm going to show you guys how to actually create the actual static ad itself. So you guys can do it yourself, Alright guys, now that we actually have the copy itself, we're going to tell Claude to actually, create our static prompt ad. Now, big disclaimer, this is going to take a little bit of back and forth with Claude itself and Higgsfield, because sometimes Claude says the most retarded thing in the world, and the actual static image that comes out might be super ugly, so you do have to go back and forth with Claude a little bit, but let's hope we get the first try. Here's our new static ad. Write us a static ad prompt to create a high converting static ad with this copy. And obviously I'm going to go to Higgsfield and once this actually comes out with the actual prompt. But yeah. Alright guys, now we're inside Higgsfield. Let's actually paste our actual image prompt within Higgsfield and let's actually generate this. Now while this is generating, I didn't want to say this. I am canceling Higgsfield in a minute because I'm not going to use Higgsfield anymore for my clients. There's always just like other reasons. But here's a big tip. You can connect Higgsfield within Claude to where you don't even have to be in Higgsfield itself. You can just have Claude like create the copy, then tell Claude, hey, go to Higgsfield, create me a static or video ad, and boom, it would do it. It would give you the actual file itself so you could download it, and boom, your ad is done. You don't even have to go to Higgsfield itself. Now that does require you to go to actually go here real quick, the MCP thing, and obviously you have to set this up as a connector. It's very simple. It's like super stupid simple. But obviously I'm not gonna show you guys how to do it today's video, but you know, it's all good. What is this? Alright, so no one tells you again. Okay, so boom. Big thing. What is this? This has a weird thing in it. This is like, I think it's like weird text, so we have to delete that. Text is way too small on this. Like it's very like the UI cuts it off. If you ever ran ads on Facebook, you know that if the text is too high or too low, the actual meta ad cuts it off. So obviously we're going to go here real quick, and we're going to tell yeah, and obviously. So obviously, if you ever ran Facebook ads, you would know that if the text is too high or too low, the UI cuts it off. So we actually have to like make sure that doesn't happen. And by the way, guys, I take that back. Do not use Fable 5. Fable 5 takes a lot of your usage. It took like 90% of my usage away, and I pay $100 for Claude. So that's how you know that freaking thing was like Fable 5. I don't know if Fable 5 is worth it or not for your usage. But by the way, so just use Opus or use Sonnet 4.6. Anyways, go here real quick. I'm gonna say, okay, I used the first prompt, but guys, it's also the best thing to give Claude like the actual static ad itself, so you can tell like what to fix. Let's see what I have here. Check it. I was thinking monitor. Yeah, so boom, text in quotes. I provided the image so you know what the ad looks like. Rewrite the ad to make boom. That's simple. Now see the new output. Alright guys, boom. So here's the static ad. Obviously I just gave it the prompt that the new Claude gave me, like the new prompt Claude gave me, and it looks pretty decent. No one tells how easy it is to gain weight and how hard it is to lose it. Most men don't fail at losing weight. Their plan failed them, too hungry, then eating too much, no time for the gym, new diet, blah blah blah. You get the point, guys. This is a pretty good static ad. Obviously we can ship it out immediately and see how much ROAS or like how much CPL is gonna get us. I think it's gonna get us a $10 CPL, to be honest, guys. Just to be honest, like it's pretty good. now I've shown you the actual Reddit ad formula and show you how easy and simple it is once you actually do it the first couple of times. There's the one golden thread that's missing. Because remember from the beginning of the video, I told you that how even though there's one thing, no matter what you do, your ads will never get a low CPO. Well, here it is, right? The one thing that kills your ads the most is that you say one thing in the ad itself, and the landing page or where you take your audience to after the ad confuses them. So, for example, here, right? This is kind of like a macro action, right? So, there's the ad, there's the lander, and there's the form. Now, the Reddit phrase that hooks them in must carry all the way through to the entire sales process. Basically, it's just one message that's never breaking. So yeah, that's kind of like the golden thread of everything. Yeah, so that's the biggest thing that holds everything, right? The line from your customer's heart to the offer can never go slack at all because it breaks congruency. If congruency breaks, you lose the lead. So for example, right? So here's a webinar we did $30K for our client. This is a training be like that we cut to a clip of him talking, right? Blah blah blah. Doesn't matter. But the reason why this ad has such a low CPO is because look at our lander. The simple training system that's made me 3 to 50K plus a month for 3 straight years, and how 200 plus regular traders are closing $300 to even $1,000 every morning, only trading 9 minutes a day. Like boom, guys, that is literally congruent with what our ad is saying. And obviously, this ad had a low CPO and like a lot of signups, of course. And obviously, the opt-in and the emails, of course, and the SMS must be congruent with what the ad said. Because why? Because it's the first touch point. Now, guys, I have showed you guys this actual ad process system. Even if you are, not right in the head, you can create high converting Krabby Patty ads, even if you don't know what you're doing. Because why? Because it's a very simple step system. You have your Reddit for data collection, Claude for writing copy, Hixo for creating the actual images or the actual videos, and CapCut for editing videos or cutting up clips or putting captions in. Obviously, I didn't use CapCut in this video because obviously it's pretty self-explanatory. But yeah, guys, and if you follow this exact system step by step, the way I taught you guys, you do not need an expensive videographer. You do not need to spend hours writing copy. You do not need to burn thousands of dollars on ads itself, because the system handles that all for you. Now, there are 2 types of people watching this video right now. Type 1, they walk away and continue creating ads the old way, still guessing, struggling with $20, $30, $40 CPOs, because I've seen it, guys. I've seen those CPOs. They suck. They blame their niche, the funnel, and they're being left in the dust. Or they be, the second person. They act today. They create high converting ads on autopilot under 5 minutes without ever needing to think because they use my system. They gain clarity and reap $8 CPOs without ever being smarter, talented, or working more. In fact, they actually might be working less. If you want me to use this exact formula to scale your info business and plug in more systems I've used to generate my clients over $7 million combined together, without you having to do more work, without you even have to second guessing, without you even have to thinking, to be honest, I want you to book call me below. That's it. And remember, I work with some of the biggest people in the world, so I use the systems they use, and I'm giving it to you. So, book call me below, and I can chat to you. Appreciate watching the video. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.